Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your very hoarse yarn host, Jennifer. I almost couldn't get that out. I'm going to apologize for the state of my voice currently. I will be sipping on some liquid beverage from my Spike the Bee sipper to hopefully prevent coughing fits. I cannot wait until pollen season is over. I know a lot of you were concerned with my last week's video with Mr. Cinnamon. I am taking care of myself. I get a lot of motherly comments that you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to go to the doctor, you need to get an inhaler, you need to get a COVID test, you need a... I'm a big girl, guys. I know how to take care of myself. I got everything covered. It's good. We're good. I just sound bad right now, but it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna heal up. It's all gonna be good. And like we do in true Cinnamon Stitches fashion, we're gonna keep trucking, because that's how we roll. We don't sit idle. We don't, like, I will say this. I'm recording this Sunday so that Monday you guys have a video uploaded. But I spent the entirety of Saturday sitting and crocheting, which is how I was able to finish one of the things I'm going to show you, because it's Monday and I show you my makes on Monday. Now, with that being said, I don't know how much of the rest of the week we're going to be able to film and get uploaded, because it is hard to talk. But we're just going to take it one day at a time, one video at a time, one crochet project at a time, because that's all that can ever be asked of us. I am wearing a white tank top, a very simple white tank top, because I have a couple of wearables that I made that I wanted to show you, and I couldn't find my bikini top that I made the swimsuit cover up to go with that I wanted to show you guys, so I just put on a plain white tank top because I figured that would go with both of the makes that I'm going to show you. I'm sorry, I have to keep drinking. I find this to be so rude, and I can't get through the video. My throat is very dry is the problem currently. So, first things first. Now I have a binder filled with patterns that I printed. And there's all kinds of patterns in here, and most of them, well, some of them were gifted, some of them were purchased, a lot of them are free patterns, and I have made some of these patterns. I used to rely very heavily on patterns, and then when I learned to design myself, I stopped using patterns, and now I am in the phase where I'm in a little bit of a, well, I'm not currently in burnout, but I felt like I was in burnout. And so I'm like, okay, well, my creative juices aren't flowing as well. I still need to keep my hands busy so that my mind is busy, but I don't want my mind like in creative mode, because it was too much. So I have been going through magazines, and I showed you guys I made this scarf last week. I'm going through magazines, I'm going through my patterns, and trying to find patterns that at one time I really wanted to make, and for some reason I never did. So I printed this pattern, I'm going to say Dubannay Poncho. This is a Yarnspirations free pattern. I will link it below. I will also show you the color photo of this poncho. I printed this off about 3 years ago, and I have wanted to make it for a while, and I don't know why I never tried to make it. So I pulled out the pattern. I was like, okay, it's time. I have yarn. I had a beautiful cake of yarn ready to go. And I was like, I'm going to make this pattern. And then I started reading the pattern. And the pattern says, and I quote, if I can find it, directions for child and adult poncho are worked the same using different sized hooks. Measurements and information are given for the child size poncho, with changes for adult size in parentheses. This may be why I never made this poncho, because no stretch of the imagination is going up 1 millimeter hook size going to make a poncho that was for a child to fit this body. It's not going to happen. It's not reasonable. So it says 5 millimeter hook needed for child size and a 6 millimeter hook for an adult. So adult sizes, I'm assuming, is probably size small to large, is what I'm guessing. So I rewrote the pattern a little bit. This pattern says you're starting at the top and you're crocheting the top because, and I will show you in greater detail on mine, it's created, you make a front collar panel and a back collar panel, and then there's buttonholes on both sides, and then you work in the round when you get down here to the body. Okay, well that's not a big deal. Like that, not a big deal. So it says chain 41 from here to here for the adult size poncho. Well, I also wanted this poncho, as you can see, this is up higher on her shoulders. I wanted it to go off the shoulders because all of my ponchos don't do that. And I wanted one that went off the shoulders. Well, I knew the look that I was going for. So I was like, okay, well, I also don't like just chaining. So I did a foundationless single crochet, and I did 80 of those to start, and it worked for, and I'm going to show you. And I think I used a 7, I might have used a 6 millimeter hook. No, I used a 7 because I think I used this one. Okay, focus. I'm positive I used this with a 7 millimeter hook. That is my Omi hook. So I think I used 7 millimeter hook, and I foundationless single crocheted to start because I've now that I've figured out how to do the foundationless single crochet easier, I like the way that looks better. So here's the poncho, and before I put it on, I'm going to show you what I did because I changed the pattern a lot. So the detail, I'm going to keep referring to my phone. The detail in the pattern, the neckline has cables, which I've never done cables in a garment before. I've only done cables in a washcloth, and I didn't find that enjoyable, but this took me a very long time to do it, but it wasn't horrible, but it also wasn't something I wanted to repeat. So what you were supposed to do is do the front panel here, from here to here, and keep in mind, I wanted this off the shoulders, and I also wanted it plus size. So foundationless single crochet for 80 stitches. And then I followed the pattern for the cabling. And the cabling has, I'm showing you inside out. That was the back side. The back side of the poncho. There we go. This is what the cabling looks like. It's beautiful, but I didn't love it enough to do it on the back. I didn't want to do a second panel of foundationless, or not ribbing. What's the word? Cables. I did not want to replicate on the back. So I chose to do the back panel because it's going to be on my back. Nobody's going to care what's back there. I just did half double crochets, and to give it a textured look, I did every couple of rows. I did in the third loop of the half double crochet to give it a rib look. So this is the back panel. So you create this front piece here and this front piece here. You create buttonholes, and I didn't have 4 matching buttons, so my buttons don't match each other here, but the top matches the top on this side, and the bottom matches the bottom on that side. I don't care. It's my poncho, you know. Don't care. So, and then you continue to work in the round, follow the pattern. Some increases. I did not have enough yarn to make this as long as the pattern said, but that's okay. Because this yarn is a discontinued yarn. And, there we go. I ran out and then ended up having to stripe in some Premier Everyday DK, the dark purple, to add a stripe so that the bottom just didn't look like I was adding extra to make up for it. So I added it midway through, and this is what we have. I think it's pretty. It's a little, it's a lot big here, but I was also thinking like I could have connected it here and here, and then continued to work it in the round and created a longer shirt with sleeves that goes off the shoulders. So that may be something I do in the future. But I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I would ideally like it to be a little bit longer. It looks a lot better with a black tank top than a white tank top. But I can't find my black tank top either. I think it's in the laundry. So this is the first thing I created. I think it's really pretty. But it looks a lot better with a black tank top. So, yeah. So, check off my list. I made this pattern. I will remember to post that below. I'm a little bit hot in here. That's the weather starting to get humid outside. You know how that goes. So, that's my first make. I made this I think I finished this last Monday. When you guys were watching last week's Monday makes, I was finishing this off. And then because I was really not feeling well off and on all last week, I had a lot of downtime to crochet. So I had bought, and this is actually a new ball because I went and bought more. I showed you guys I went to Michael's because Michael's had this yarn clearanced out. It's the Bernat Forever Fleece Finer. JOanns has the Forever Fleece, not the Forever Fleece Finer. And the Forever Fleece is a bulky number 6. Whatever they call a number 6. A jumbo 6. I don't know what it is 6. I don't remember. My brain is not. So this is a bulky 5. But the ones at JOanns is not the Finer. It is a number 6. And I know this because Baby Paprika, my little sister, bought some on the same day that I purchased this from Michael's. I paid $5.99 a ball for this at Michael's. I believe it's $10 a ball for the Forever Fleece at JOanns. May or may not be on sale. I don't know. I haven't been to JOanns in a while. So I bought this, and it's soft. And I liked it, and I liked the way it felt. And it came in this beautiful color called Unicorn. And I knew that I wanted to make a baby blanket, even though there's no babies coming into my life. But I totally had a dream last night I was pregnant. Probably because I made a baby blanket. Well, weird. I can't even get pregnant. It's all good. Still dreaming about it. So I started the baby blanket, and I got about 2 rows in, and I was like, oh my god, I love this yarn. It's so soft. I don't normally like polyester yarns, and this I think is 100% polyester. Let me double check. 100% polyester. It is 385 yards per ball. Like I said, I paid like $4.99 or $5.99 for clearance at Michael's. My Michael's is sold out now. Like, I bought 3 balls because I bought, and I'll tell you this story. I thought I was gonna not have enough to make a baby blanket with the 2 balls. So I went back and I was like, I need another ball, and I didn't want pink to go with it, but pink is the only color that they had. They had pink and white. So I was like, I'll buy 1 pink and 2 white in case I need them for borders or whatever. And, you know, not realizing I clearly had enough yarn. But I'm glad I got some more because I really loved working with this yarn. It's so soft and squishy. It's heavy. So this will make a good baby blanket for someone like in a northern region or a cold climate. I would use it for a baby blanket maybe here where I live. In the winter and sometimes in the summer when the air conditioning's up too high. You guys know. But I would not, this is not like a southern state, southern part of the country, hot climate. This is not, it's heavy. It's heavy. Although this would make an amazing floor mat because it's heavy. You know, you lay it out and the baby has tummy time. This would be fantastic for that kind of a blanket type deal. And this entire blanket is just half double crochets. Because for me, when I'm creating something, I have a really hard time with double crochets keeping my edges straight. But for some reason with half double crochets, like they are straight, like straight as a board. So this is just, I chained a proper length. I have no idea how big this is. I haven't measured it to what I thought was a good baby blanket size. I tried to make it square-ish. I think this is actually rectangles. I think it's slightly rectangular. But I don't care. I really like the way the color patterned because every once in a while it would get like a big pooling of the colors and then it would go back to the almost zigzaggy, and then further down it would do like the color block again and then zigzaggy and then the color block again. I just like this yarn. I really like this yarn. And doing half double crochets kind of gave it a mild texture. I think this is so pretty. I enjoyed working this so much. And you guys know me, I hate making something that is repetitive. So like if it's all one color, don't really care for that. But this is variegated, so it did help. And I also don't like working things all in one stitch. But I really love half double crochet. To me, it works up fast. It's easy. It's mindless. I just love half double crochet. I really do. It's my favorite basic stitch. So I made this baby blanket and I told Juju, because Lucas doesn't know anything about future grandkids or anything like that. I told Juju, I said, this is going in the grandbaby pile. So I have blankets set aside in case I become a grandmother in the future or a great aunt in the future or any of that. I have blankets aside for my babies. And then I was like, and then I told her, I said, and it's so stupid that I do that because we both know, I think we all know at this point, if I have a grandbaby that's ever going to come into my future or a grand niece or nephew, I'm going to make them a customized blanket as well. But I also think, and I've discussed this on the channel before, I have a fear of dying young because so many people in my family died young. And I also have a stash in case. Like, I'm not around to make the blankets for the grandbabies when they come because Juju is not interested in having kids ever. And I know Lucas is going to have them because he's obsessed with pregnant people. I don't know why. He's weird. So, yeah, I made that. If you like soft, squishy yarns, I highly recommend Forever Fleece. This recommended a 6mm hook, but don't listen to that. I'm almost positive I used an 8mm hook on that. I don't remember what hook I used. I'm almost positive I used an 8mm hook on that. With the fuzzy yarns, I always go up higher because it's easier to see the stitches because it is a fuzzy yarn. And this is what it looks like with an 8mm hook. I mean, it worked out perfect. It worked out perfect. So if you're going to buy that yarn or if you have that yarn in stash, you want to make a baby blanket, half double crochets, 8mm hook for the Forever Fleece Finer. But if you get just the Forever Fleece from JOanns, that's a 6. I would probably go up to a size 10 hook. And I already recommended that to my sister because she bought the Forever Fleece, not the Forever Fleece Finer. And now what's fantastic, I have 1 pink and 2 balls of the white, which are behind Brunhilde. And they are ready to go for another project, if that's what I want to do. I really like this poncho. I like the way it turned out. I probably would make another one, but I would probably make it into a shirt because I just think this would be such a pretty shirt. And next time I'm going to make sure I have enough. But this was made with a Hirschner's cake that is discontinued, so I could not buy more of this yarn. I have lots of cakes though, and on the shelves up there I have Premier Sweet Rolls, which is my favorite cakes, and I have lots of multiples, because when the sweet rolls and the what's the other one? The sweet rolls, and there's one that was discontinued. Candy Shop. When the Candy Shop were discontinued, I stocked up so that I still had it. So I have Candy Shop up there as well, which is another. It's like the sweet roll, but it's marled, I think. Yeah, I'm almost positive for that. But I have multiples enough to make this again in a bigger, like a longer garment. But I do think this is really, really pretty. So, moving on. So this, the baby blanket. Alright, now I'm going to change my clothes. Let me show you the next thing that I made. I think this is so pretty. I love the colors. I was so bummed that Hirschners don't make this yarn anymore. And I looked online and I'm just not paying $18 a cake because it's discontinued. People are crazy. So, that's that. And I got one more of my patterns, you know, done away with. Now, if you guys may recall, and I will link this video below as well, last week I got some yarns from JOanns. Well, maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I got the K&C movement and pearl yarns from JOanns. And I got all my labels here, which means you guys know I made my beach cover up. And all I have left are little scrap balls of, well, actually I have a big one too, because I did end up using the True Boo as well to go with it. I dropped it. This is what's left of the True Boo. This is what's left of, this is the KC movement is what's left, and this is what's left of the KC pearl for my garment. I don't know if this is going to be a pattern on this website, or on my channel. However, this was created almost identical to the way that I created the beach Cardi, which is a pattern in my Etsy shop. It's $7. I am thinking about, instead of writing this pattern as a whole, using the beach Cardi pattern and reconfiguring it to this stitch definition or this stitch pattern, so that you guys have another option, and either adding that as a part of the, like an update to that pattern, or it'll be a secondary pattern, but it will be in the Etsy shop because it will be a written pattern, not a tutorial, because I don't want to make another one of these. Not right now. It was a lot of work. So I got all my labels. So this was the KC Pearl and Movement. My JOanns sold out of these, but if you can find them, and I also used, like I said, a ball of True Boo, which I think maybe the label's down here. Yeah, True Boo in the color Aqua. Alright, so I used a G+ hook, which I can now put away. Now, I designed this to go with one of my bikinis, specifically. And I have not sewn in the ends yet. And the bikini top that I have is black, and it has like a, this type of neckline where it wraps around my neck and it comes out this way. And this part here is like macrame all the way down here. I wanted that to show, so I created a deep V-neck with this. I actually made this longer than I intended to make it, but it's okay because it completely covers up all the bathing suit area. And after I put this on yesterday, I felt absolutely in love with it. Absolutely in love with it. So see, I got that nice deep neckline to show off the part, my favorite part of the bikini. And don't worry, I am going to stand up. Let me just adjust everything. So, this is what it looks like. Give you, hang on, let me make it look like I got a bikini on. So, there. This is what it looks like over my bikini. I am absolutely in love with the way this turned out. I like that I did the purple on the center because I think that will accentuate the black of the bikini. And then we got these beautiful colors. So, this is my bathing suit cover-up. I love it. I love it. The reason I designed this was because we are going to a special event this summer at one of the Disney water parks, and we've never been before. And at these events, it's called H2O Glow. It is a nighttime party at the water park. I've never been to the water parks at Disney, never, because before I was nervous because I'm fat and like water parks are scary. Like you're walking around a bunch of little kids are overly honest. Oh look, they're fat. We've heard that before. I've gotten into my I don't give a F stage of life. I just don't care anymore what other people say or think. So, yeah. I just don't care anymore. I don't care what other people think. It's my body and I'm the one that has to live in it. And I support anyone who just wants to live in their body. Saying that, I was forced in a swim dress for years. And swim dresses, like, I like to swim. I love actually swimming. It's one of my favorite sports because it's low impact on your joints. Like it doesn't affect your knees. Like you're not hurting afterward as much, but you're still like working out. It's like a good healthy exercise. I've always loved swimming. And a swim dress floats up around you, and now pretty soon you're fighting the thing to get it out of your arms. Like, and it feels like it's weighing you down. And then when you get out of the pool, the swim dress just drips water for hours. Like, it's a horrible experience. I hate swim dresses. And I used to hide in them because I was afraid of my body. I was ashamed of my body. These are things that were taught to me. I'm all out of F's. I just don't care anymore. The first bikini I put on this body was so exhilarating and so freeing. I recommend everybody get a bikini. I do. I don't care what you look like. I don't care if you're old. I don't care if your chi-chis hang down real low. Doesn't matter. It is so freeing to be in a bikini and not be fighting them stupid swim dresses while you're trying to swim and enjoy your kids and their legs are getting tangled up. It's a whole thing. And it feels so good to just have your, just to not care. It's so freeing to not care. I'm just gonna tell you that. So, I look pretty darn good in this, right? I got no shame in this big ass body. I got no shame in my game. I have no cares. My mom would be rolling over in her grave to see me in this. Although I say that, but my mom, I think as I grew up, my mom was ashamed of my fat when I was a child, but I think as I grew up, she started to see how much she screwed me up and regret that she did that to me. So she may have had a problem with it, but she would have talked about me behind my back instead to my face. I love this cover up. I love the way it turned out. I will say this, the KC Movement, which I did work up swatches of this. The KC Movement, which was the Cotton Viscose blend, which was the multicolored variegated one here and here. Did not like that yarn, would not buy it again. It split so bad working it. It split and it like the fibers would pull apart a little bit and there was like weird fuzzies. The True Boo and the Pearl, which are this one, and this one. They were so nice to work up with. There was a little bit of splitting. However, I noticed, and let me show you an example. Because I hold my yarn like this, okay, when I crochet, and that's how I control my tension. So I can pinch here, and I use this like a sewing machine tension. So I pull it back, and it pulls this taut. And if I kept doing that and pulling it back while I was grabbing the stitches to crochet, and as long as I kept this taut, it didn't split at all. And so I had to keep reminding myself to control the tension and it worked a lot easier that way. This garment, I was really disappointed because when I did the first couple of rows here, I got to about here and I did not measure it on my body because it wasn't feeling good, so I was in bed. And I was like, Lucas, you think this looks like it's a good length? Because the way this pattern is worked, just like the beach cardigan, you work a long strip that goes up and over and down the back. So it's worked in a strip, and then you connect it under the armpits. And you just split here and create more chains here to work the other side. It's not a difficult pattern to work up, but I didn't measure it on my body for the length that I needed. I just assumed I knew what I was doing. And the first time I was like, you think this looks like a good length? This is after the first 3 sections of repeat. And I showed Mr. Sentiment, and he's all, that looks really long. Maybe you should stand up and try that. And it was past my knees, so it would have been like a dress. And had I kept it that length, I would have ran out of yarn. I would not have been able to finish it. So I frogged it back all the way and started over again, and this time I actually kind of measured it, and now it hits. It's still a little bit long for my liking, but it hits. See, these are shorts, but it hits at my shorts, so it's about 3 or 4 inches above my knee, but it covers all the bathing suit parts. And like I was saying about the Disney party, the reason I wanted this is because, yes, I'm wearing my bikini, my fat bikini, if you will, to the party. And they also have like character meet and greets. And I fully am going to stop and meet the characters. But I would rather have this on than just a bikini standing next to like whatever character shows up. Just because of pictures and, you know, whatever. I don't know why it matters to me, but I just thought this would be really cute in pictures. I'm out of water. I'm out of water. I'm going to have to refill Spike. So, that's what I've been working on this week. And I sat yesterday. Mr. Cinnamon was working hard in the yard getting some stuff done for us. And I sat and crocheted all day yesterday and finished this up. And then we went and picked up Pumpkin Spice from college. She is here for the summer now. And so I was able to do from here, this dark purple section, all the way across from Friday through all the way through Saturday. So this part took me all day Saturday. I mean all day Saturday. But I just sat and I crocheted and enjoyed myself, and it was nice. And I'm getting really hot now, but I think this will be really cute at the pool. Especially over my little black bikini. I think it'll be really, really nice. But like I said, this is not going to be a tutorial. It may be an addendum to the beach cardigan. If you wanted to make something similar to this, the beach cardigan would work in this fashion. You would just close it up here instead of leave it open, which is very easy to do. You just sew that part closed, or I believe the pattern shows you how to do that. But it's an easy pattern. It really is an easy pattern, and that's what this was based off of. I just did a different stitch. So this is the repeat for this. If you already have the beach cardi pattern, I'm gonna tell you, you start it exactly the same way, and then the repeat is half double crochet. The next row is 2 double crochet to start the row. And then I chain 5, skip 3, chain 5, skip 3, chain 5, skip 3. And when you have chain 5, skip 2, and in the third put a single crochet. Chain 5, skip 2, and in the third put a single crochet. Chain 5, skip 2, and you do that until you get to the end of the row, and then you put 2 more double crochet. So the rows all start and end in 2 double crochet. And I do that for 3 rows, which creates the mesh. And then I end that by putting 3 double crochet in each chain 5 space. And then we're back to half double crochets, and then we're back to the chain 5, skip 2, and then we're back to the double crochets. So half double, chain 5, skip 2 for 3 rows, double crochet, half double, chain 5, etc. Really easy. Now you guys kind of can write that down, figure out how to make this. And then while I was at it, because I had these leftover little balls, and I hate keeping stuff like that in my scrap bin because those little do much. I made a headband out of the same pattern, except instead of chain 5, skip 3, or skip 2, I did chain 3, skip 1 for the mesh. But it's the same exact pattern. And I made a headband with little ties to match my bathing suit cover. See? And actually I think I'm gonna make a couple more because I have all the scrap balls I already showed you. What do you guys think? Right? So now my bathing suit is up like this, but yeah, I think it's cute. I'm very excited. I'm ready for pool weather. I'm ready for spring to be over with these god-awful allergies happening to me. But yeah, I need to make a purple one, but I don't know if I have enough of the purple. Because I used the most of the purple because I did 2 repeats here. Because I wanted the purple to go all the way down the center. So, yeah. And I didn't border it or anything in anything. I just finished where I finished. And I repeated to where I did like kind of a repeat. So the same colors here, and then here, and then here, and then here. So the repeat goes this way as if it was a cake. Now what I could have did, the only thing I could have did differently is I could have did purple, and then both sides have this purple, and then repeat the colorway out that way. But I actually don't mind it like this. I think it's pretty. And the green kind of lies in the same spot almost. So I'm really happy with this bathing suit cover. Mr. Cinnamon thinks it's really cute. He was very happy with it yesterday. So yeah, I'm ready for summer. I'm ready for summer. And it's long enough to cover everything. I just think it's so pretty. But I'm not ready to make another one for a tutorial. So I know you guys were hoping I was going to make a tutorial. Sometimes though, I wrote down all the notes in my Panic at the Disco notebook. Panic at the Disco, because on the weekends we pray for the wicked. That's what we do. But I wrote down all the notes. I have all the pattern notes. I have the design that I created. So I can very easily convert the beach Cardi into this. But that's going to take some time because this week is like, I got a lot going on. Tomorrow, I'm going to film Tuesday Tea with Cinnamon. I also got some Happy Mail to show you. And I also have a cool purchase that I wanted to show you that I'm excited about. And Juju is taking her senior pictures at school. I can't believe it's time for senior pictures for her already. So that's going on, and then we're gearing up for the end of the school, so we're trying to get everything ready for the end of the school, and there's just a lot going on right now. There's a lot, and you know, life, being a mom, it never ends. So, and that with me not feeling well, we got some traveling things coming up soon, so I don't have time to make another tutorial right now. But I was thinking about, for PYOW Thursday, showing you guys how to make this little headband tutorial because I thought it'd be fun and easy thing to do with scraps. But I also have a Premier yarn that would go excellent for this. So I'm thinking about that's probably going to be the tutorial for this week. It's probably going to be an easy one. And then, like I said, I'm going to show you this on Tuesday because this was a purchase that was inspired by the Facebook group. The Facebook group has some questions, so we're going to talk about that. And I'm looking around to see if I forgot anything. And I think I told you guys everything I needed to tell you. So I hope you guys have a fantastic Monday. I will see you tomorrow for tea and Happy Mail and product review, because you guys are gonna like this. I'm telling you, you're gonna like that. And maybe I'm gonna go to the dollar store and see if I can find an equivalent at the dollar store, so you guys have options. But that's super cool. That's super cool. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for bearing with me and my hoarse voice. I'm so excited about this bathing suit cover up. I want to wear it outside. I want to wear it all day. And this doesn't have to be a bathing suit cover up. You can make this and just wear it because it's pretty. And it looks good with a little tank top underneath it. It would be beautiful for like a pool party, for a barbecue, for, I don't know, over over a cute little tank top for like church. I mean, whatever. It's really pretty. Anyway, yeah. Check out the beach cardigan if you want to figure out how to make the design of this. I also have a ponchito pattern, which is kind of similar to this in my Etsy shop, but I will also link this below in case you want to try to make that. Just do the chain of, like, double the chain and do it that way. And then you can make that Dubannay or whatever it's called pattern. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.